Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my review for Smile. I was going to say I review, but I don't know if my wife's up to saying much about this because she's not feeling good, but we just got through watching Smile on Paramount Plus, um, and this stars, I don't know if it's supposed to be Susie Bacon, Sosie Bacon, I don't know how exactly you're supposed to pronounce her first name, but it's Kevin Bacon's daughter. In the lead role is Rose. Kyle Gallner is Joel. Uh, Caitlin Stacy is Laura, who actually was the lead girl in the short that this is based off of. The short story this is based off of. Jesse T. Usher as Trevor, and then Cal Penn as Dr. Morgan, basically the head of the one of the heads of the hospital that she worked at, Rose works for. Um, Directed by Parker Finn, this is his first directorial role. He had done only 2 short films before this, one being the actual short film for that this movie is based off of. So this is his directorial debut, and this was actually a really good one. I was sort of skeptical just because we've seen the concept slightly done before with Truth or Dare. Um, Hated that Truth or Dare movie from Blumhouse. Um, but this one definitely is way different. The concept isn't near as cheesy. It works, and it's not perfect of a film. It's not a perfect film, but it's definitely really good. Um, so basically, Rose is a therapist. She works at this hospital, basically like a emergency treatment center for people having like all different kinds of mental issues. And she has a patient played by has a patient Laura. I think it's supposed to be her patient, and she ends up killing herself in front of Rose. Like I think we see some of it in the trailer. And it passes this thing on to Rose, and she basically has to spend the whole movie trying to figure out how to try and stop it before it takes her. Joel plays her ex, uh, or Joel is her ex, not plays her ex. Joel is her ex, and Trevor is her new fiance. Um, for some of the movie, they have a falling out in the movie. Um, but Joel is the one that mostly helps her uh, try to figure things out, try to get things kind of put together, clues to figure out what's going on, what's this thing, how to stop it. Um, the one thing this movie does really well is build the atmosphere. It is a very creepy. It has a lot of creepy moments. It does have some jump scares, but not anything that was terrible. I didn't feel like the jump scares were very overused or anything. Um, but just the way they built the atmosphere in this movie for scenes was great. I think even my wife enjoyed that aspect of it as well. She's shaking her head, yeah. Um, Now this movie does kind of play with your mind some, which was okay when it wasn't a dream sequence. They do give us some dream sequences, which I was okay with at the beginning because it kind of opens with the dream sequence, but then they give us a couple more, and it was okay, but I know some people aren't going to really. Some people don't love that when they do it too much. So I think that might be a negative for some people towards this film, but it does do very good moments of even like playing with your mind, making you think things are happening when they're not, while just because of what's happening. So I really like that about it. You never knew what it kept you on your toes. You never knew what was real, what wasn't real. Um, the kills were pretty good. There was one really bad CGI scene, uh, but it ended up being a dream sequence, so I let it slide. But it was probably the worst of the CGI, the CGI moments in this. Um, I think the creature looked pretty good. I mean, it wasn't overly, didn't like look like anything from Insidious or nothing. But I thought it looked good. And I like the way this ended. Um, could this set up for a sequel? Yes, it definitely could. It definitely could, but I hope we don't get a sequel just because I feel like it would just be repetitive if we got a sequel. Um, because the way it ends, I mean, it's just going to continue the same pattern. So it's to me, there's no sense of doing a sequel for it. But I did like the way it ended. Um, it wasn't a happy ending. I'll just say that. Um, I will say the sister, Rose's sister, was probably the worst sister of all time. Um, that I've seen in movies lately. Uh, I think I feel so sorry for Rose in this because she just needed somebody to believe her, to help her, and you would think you could call on family for that, and she couldn't. Her sister just was a uh, very bad character. Um, but overall, I think this was just a great performances all around, great atmosphere, really good story. Um, had some, obviously some minor issues with some CGI moments. Obviously, I think for some people it'd be predictable. Um, but overall, still give this a 4 out of 5. I think it could have been cut down a little bit on the runtime. I felt the runtime just a little, not a lot, just a little though. Um, but so factoring that in as well, I do give this a 4 out of 5. Um, we will be picking this up. I don't know what she would give it. She didn't say before she went upstairs, but I'm assuming it'd probably be around what I gave it or higher. So because she did really enjoy this one. But I would definitely say if you've not seen it yet, check it out. If you're easily scared, then maybe not check it out. Just because, like I said, they do build the atmosphere, or the creepy atmosphere, up very well in this. So, if you scare easy, then I would say maybe not watch it. But definitely one we enjoyed and one we will own when it comes out. So, but that is everything for my review for Smile. So please come like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we will see you all in the next one.